I'm Adam Rossen from the Rossen Law Firm, federal criminal defense attorneys, and in today's video we're going to talk about the crime of aggravated identity theft, what it is, how it's used by prosecutors to gain leverage and gain the upper hand and force clients into pleading, and we're going to talk about the recently put forth Garland Memo from Attorney General Merrick Garland. And we're going to talk about how hopefully that will change the way that prosecutors manipulate and use this crime to their advantage. So let's talk about the crime of aggravated identity theft and what it actually is. And what this law requires is, it's kind of ridiculous. It says that you have to be involved in identity theft and commit one of the following enumerated offenses, which are all identity theft related. And then if you do that, well, they can put on an additional charge, right, against you. Now, what's so special about this an additional charge? Well, the additional charge is very easy to prove, which is aggravated identity theft. And it has a 2-year mandatory minimum that must be served consecutive to any penalties regarding the underlying charges. So get this, they're going to charge you for some type of identity theft. Whatever those penalties have, they have it. Then they're going to say, well, now because of that underlying charge that you're being prosecuted for, we can add on an additional charge that really doesn't have any different elements to it. And that charge will have an additional 2 years against you. So the effect of this is that the prosecutors have tremendous amounts of leverage against you in any type of identity theft cases. And what they do is they exercise this leverage against you, and they say, well, look, if you don't plea, if you don't cooperate, we're coming with the full force of the government with this consecutive mandatory minimum, and you're going to get significantly harsher punishments and penalties. And what they're doing is they're being bullies and they're forcing people to plea. Now, how is it all legal? Well, that's a different story for a different day, okay? But this is what it is. Now, let's talk about the Garland Memo. So back in December of 2022, Attorney General Merrick Garland put forth a memorandum to the Department of Justice, which includes the United States Attorney's Office and all the assistant U.S. attorneys, saying we're going to change the way we prosecute certain cases, certain crimes, and different circumstances, right? So it's not a change of the law. That's done by Congress, but this is a change, an internal change in the way the prosecutor's office is going to handle certain cases and certain crimes. Now, which part of the memo is actually affecting this, right? So in the Garland Memo, and it was actually a series of memos, but what they say is that, yes, prosecutors should be looking at charging the highest level of crime that they can prove, which has been longstanding the way it's always done. But what the prosecutors should also be doing is taking an individualized, specifically narrowed and tailored look at the facts and circumstances involved in every single case. Well, why is that important? Well, to me, it's rather obvious that that's the way people should be prosecuted and the way our criminal justice system should work at all times, right? You want to make sure that you're being prosecuted for the crime that you actually committed, and the punishment should fit the crime. But instead of that, our long-standing traditions have been giving the prosecutors unfettered power, unfettered discretion, and just letting them run amok and manipulate people to do their bidding, which is not correct. So what the memo now says is that prosecutors' focus should be on the individualized facts and circumstances, and they should not be using additional crimes to manipulate the system or to bully defendants into taking pleas, right? This should be a system based on justice and fairness. So is this going to change anything, right? Well, time will only tell. So, of course, we're monitoring it on all of our cases, and we'll be able, hopefully, in a few months, we can have a follow-up video and let you folks know. But in the meantime, let us know your thoughts and opinions on this. And if you ever have a case, involving aggravated identity theft, give us a call. Any type of federal case at all, let us know. We can help. We can talk it through with you and come up with a customized and individualized strategy and plan of attack for you. You can reach us at the Rossen Law Firm at 754-206-6200.